The night was heavy with rain when they rushed her into the emergency room. Olivia Grant, 35, billionaire CEO of Grant Industries, was a woman known for her power, not her fragility. But that night, she was fighting for her life. Her car had crashed on the highway after she swerved to avoid a child running across the road. The doctors worked tirelessly, but her heart was failing. Machines beeped, nurses moved fast. The head surgeon muttered under his breath, "We're losing her." Outside the ER doors, people whispered. The tabloids would have a field day. The richest woman in the city gone in one night. But fate, that strange force, had other plans. In the corner of the waiting room sat a man in an old jacket, holding a little girl asleep in his arms. His name was Ethan Cole, a mechanic, a widower, a man who had lost more than he could bear. He had been the one who found Olivia's car on the road. He pulled her out of the wreck, covered in blood, whispering, "Hold on, lady, just hold on." When the doctors said there was nothing more they could do, something inside him refused to believe it. He'd seen enough death. He wouldn't let another soul go tonight. He stood up, walked to the front desk and said, "Let me see her." The nurse looked up startled. "Sir, you can't." "I was the one who saved her from the wreck," he said. "Please, just give me 1 minute." Something in his voice, that quiet desperation, made her hesitate, then nod. He walked into the dim hospital room. Machines hummed. Olivia lay there pale, motionless, her pulse weak. Ethan took a deep breath, knelt beside her and reached for her hand. It was cold, too cold. He closed his eyes. "I don't know if you can hear me," he whispered, "but you fought for everyone your whole life, didn't you? For your company, for your people. Maybe no one fought for you." His tears fell silently. "So tonight I will." Then he did something no one expected. He began chest compressions again. Slow, steady, whispering with each push, come back, please." A nurse ran in. "Sir, you can't." But then the heart monitor beeped, once, twice. Then a steady rhythm filled the room. The nurse froze. "Oh my God, she's responding." Doctors rushed back in, reattaching IVs and monitors. "We've got a pulse." Ethan stumbled back, trembling. The chief doctor turned to him, speechless. "What did you do?" Ethan looked at Olivia, tears in his eyes. "I just didn't give up." Hours later, as dawn broke, Olivia's eyes fluttered open. Her throat was dry, her voice a whisper. "Where am I?" Ethan stepped forward. "You're safe, you're in the hospital." She blinked at him, trying to focus. "Who are you?" "Just someone who couldn't walk away." Weeks passed. Olivia recovered slowly, but something had changed in her. The woman who once lived behind glass towers and boardrooms now looked at life differently. One morning she asked her assistant, "Find that man, Ethan Cole." When he arrived, he was still wearing his old work jacket, wiping grease from his hands. "Didn't think you'd remember me," he said with a shy smile. "I remember everything," she said softly. "You saved me." He shrugged. "I just did what anyone would." "No," she said, shaking her head. "Not everyone would. People were watching. No one moved, but you did." She looked down, her voice trembling. "Why?" He met her eyes. "Because someone once did the same for me, and I wasn't about to let that chain break." That moment marked the beginning of something neither of them expected. Olivia began visiting Ethan's small garage, bringing lunch, asking about his daughter, Lily. She learned he'd lost his wife to cancer 2 years ago and had been struggling to keep up with bills. Ethan never complained. He smiled, worked hard, and raised his daughter with more love than money could ever buy. Olivia found herself drawn to that warmth, that quiet strength she never saw in her world of cold suits and shiny cars. One rainy afternoon, she saw Lily sitting on the floor of the garage, coloring a picture of a woman holding hands with a man and a little girl. Olivia smiled. "Who's that, sweetheart?" Lily looked up. "That's Daddy and that's you." Olivia froze. "Me?" "Daddy says you're the lady who came back from heaven," Lily said innocently. "So I drew you staying." Ethan turned red. "Lily." But Olivia just laughed softly, tears welling in her eyes. From that day on, Olivia came not as the CEO, but as someone rediscovering what it meant to live. She helped Ethan expand his small workshop, introducing him to investors who respected skill, not status. But more than that, she found herself sitting on the porch with him at sunset, watching Lily chase butterflies, her laughter echoing through the evening. And one night, as the sky turned gold, Ethan looked at her and said, "You've changed, Olivia." She smiled. "No, you reminded me who I was before I got lost." He hesitated. "You know, I never thanked you." "For what?" she asked, puzzled. "For coming back." He reached for her hand, and for the first time, the woman who had everything realized what it meant to truly belong. Months later, the newspapers ran another story. Mechanic marries the CEO he saved, a love that money couldn't buy. And when people asked Olivia how it all began, she would simply smile and say, "I died once, until a single dad taught me how to live again."